In a distant land, beyond towering mountains and dense forests, there lay a kingdom known as Eldoria. At its heart stood a grand palace, a structure of unparalleled beauty, with its walls of gleaming white marble, topped with golden spires that seemed to touch the sky. Within this palace lived a young girl named Elara, the only child of King Valen and Queen Isolde. Though surrounded by luxury, Elara's life was marked by solitude, for her parents were often preoccupied with the affairs of the kingdom, leaving her to explore the vast palace on her own. Elara was a curious and adventurous soul. She often wandered the halls, exploring hidden corners and forgotten rooms. One day, as she roamed the east wing of the palace, a section that had been abandoned for years, she stumbled upon a door concealed behind a heavy velvet curtain. The door was old, its wood darkened with age, and it bore strange symbols that Elara had never seen before. Intrigued, she pushed it open and found herself descending a spiral staircase that led deep into the bowels of the palace. At the bottom of the staircase, Elara entered a chamber unlike any she had seen before. The room was dimly lit by the soft glow of crystals embedded in the walls, casting an eerie light on the surroundings. Shelves lined with ancient books and scrolls filled the room, and in the center stood a stone altar, upon which lay a single, large, leather-bound book. The air was thick with the scent of old parchment and something else, something darker. As Elara approached the altar, a whisper echoed through the chamber, calling her name. Startled, she looked around, but saw no one. The voice, soft and melodic, yet tinged with an unsettling edge, seemed to come from the book itself. It beckoned her closer, promising knowledge and power beyond her wildest dreams. Unable to resist, Elara opened the book and began to read. The book was a grimoire, a tome of ancient witchcraft, filled with spells and incantations that could bend the very fabric of reality. Elara, who had always felt powerless and insignificant in her parents' grand palace, was drawn to the idea of wielding such power. Night after night, she returned to the hidden chamber, learning the secrets of the book, practicing spells in secret. As the weeks passed, Elara's magical abilities grew stronger. She could conjure flames from thin air, summon winds with a whisper, and even make herself invisible. But with each spell she cast, she felt a growing darkness within her, a darkness that both frightened and thrilled her. One night, as she practiced a particularly complex spell, the voice from the book spoke again. It introduced itself as Morrigan, an ancient sorceress who had once ruled Eldoria with an iron fist, until she was defeated and sealed away by Elara's ancestors. The grimoire it revealed was the key to Morrigan's return, and Elara was the vessel through which she would regain her power. Elara recoiled in horror, realizing too late that she had been manipulated. The spells she had cast, the power she had craved, were all part of Morrigan's plan to free herself from her prison. The darkness within Elara had grown too strong, and she could feel Morrigan's presence taking hold of her mind and body. Desperate to escape the sorceress's control, Elara fled the chamber and sought help from the palace's elder advisor, an old mage named Alden. Alden listened gravely as Elara recounted her tale, and then led her to a secret room deep within the palace, a room that housed the ancient artifacts of Eldoria's past, including the sword that had once defeated Morrigan. With Alden's guidance, Elara confronted the darkness within her. She wielded the sword and cast the strongest spell she had ever learned, channeling all her strength and will into breaking Morrigan's hold. The battle was fierce, as Morrigan fought to keep control, but Elara's determination was stronger. In a blinding flash of light, the sorceress's presence was expelled from Elara's body, and the grimoire was reduced to ashes. Exhausted but triumphant, Elara collapsed to the floor, her heart pounding with both fear and relief. In the days that followed, Elara slowly recovered, but she was forever changed. The experience had taught her the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of wisdom and restraint. She vowed never to let herself be tempted by darkness again. Elara emerged from the ordeal not only as the future queen of Eldoria, but as a wise and just ruler, one who understood the true meaning of strength. The hidden chamber was sealed off once more, and the story of the young girl who had faced an ancient witchcraft became a legend, passed down through the generations as a tale of caution and courage.